There are many companies and many models, so you can think of the name of a model like a family with several sub-model options to choose from. So I've listed some companies here and the product that they're probably most known for. So OpenAI is responsible for ChatGPT, but there has been ChatGPT 3, 4, 4.0, 4.0 mini, o1 preview, o1 mini. So ChatGPT is the interface, but there's been different models underneath of that interface. Anthropic was a company founded by you might call them OpenAI exiles, people that left OpenAI because they were concerned about their aggressiveness and maybe skirting around what they called safe and responsible AI advancements. They create the product Claude. Google's product is Gemini. Meta's is Llama. From what I understand, Llama is the only open source model, or maybe the most powerful open source model. And one of Meta and Mark Zuckerberg's philosophies, as I understand it, is that he believes all AI models should be open access so that they can be used. So Llama, I believe, most powerful open access. And then xAI, this is Elon Musk's company. Their product is Grok. There are many models, there are many interfaces, and there are many interfaces wrapped around a model. What do I mean by that? GPT 3, 4, 4.0, and o1, those are models. ChatGPT is the interface, and Microsoft Copilot is another interface that is wrapped around the version of GPT that is out at that moment. So at the time of this recording, Microsoft and OpenAI have a strong relationship so that the current GPT model is the engine underneath of Microsoft Copilot. So we have models, we have interfaces, and then we have interfaces that are wrapped around other people's models. So you might be using one company's model, but another company might actually have their wrapping around it. So you might not even know what model you're actually using. As of September 24, ChatGPT had over 50% of the market share with over 3 trillion visits each month. So you can see kind of some of those top, some of the most visited AI tools that were around at this time. When they benchmark models, they might benchmark it based on speed, capability, whether it's downloadable, whether it's open source, whether it's a very narrow specialized model that's trained on a more narrow uh, corpus of knowledge, whether it's integrated with multiple systems, and definitely cost and ease of use. Each model has different system cards that they will produce. Here's an image of an OpenAI Model o1 system card, and it will tell you how they operationalize and test these various metrics, and then what the risk level is. I think some important questions to ask, and again, this will differ whether you're looking at it for personal use, clinical use, or organizational use, but you want to know what training data was used and when did it end. This is kind of obsolete right now because most of the models have search capability, but I still think it's important to know, like, when did the training model data end? And then what is searchable after that point? So cannot perform new searches. I think most of the systems now, that's ubiquitous. It didn't used to be that way. It used to be that like one model would go up to say October of 2020, the next model would go up to February of 2021, and etc. But with the new search features, it's a little bit different. I think one of the most important questions are around what does it do with your interactions and the information that you upload? And is that used to further train the next model? So if I upload a document, does that document then go into the training data set? If I disclose some deep, dark personal story from my history, does that go into the training data set? And finally, what safety training was conducted and what were the results? Only you can set your threshold of risk for if and how you're going to use an AI system. So I hope now you have some questions and some ways that you can evaluate models for your own use or use more broadly. So I think that we're likely going to choose based on the user interface. I don't know that people are really going to care much about the underlying model. I think we're going to choose based on how easy it is to use that interface system. And I think we'll get to a point where, and I think, frankly, we're probably already there right now, where many of us are using or having generative AI used on us without even knowing it. And I think these issues of security and privacy, I think that these have always been there with all technology. I mean, think of the terms and conditions that you sign every time you download an app or create an account. Nothing's free. Our information is currency. And we've been doing this already. And I think with the scale of AI, maybe that makes it a little more concerning. But as a society, I don't really see us um, caring all that much about security of our personal information. But when it gets to clinical information, other people's information, I think we have a much lower threshold of risk.